I've had a bit of an issue with this game. I had to end up using, because I haven't got the dongle to use the Xbox controller, I had to end up using the Pro controller, which is all over my channel. And the best way I found using this, which I'll probably put a link in the description, is using the Better Joy for CMU, which is actually an emulator on the PC. But what it does is it fools the PC into thinking this is an Xbox controller. And for situations like this, it's going to work perfect. I don't have to go out my way and get a bloody dongle for my Xbox controller to work. I can just use this and it just works as it should. So that's ideal. But what we're going to do, you have to kind of use the mouse and keyboard as well. Ah, it remembers where I went. That's brilliant. There we go, Fampton. So this is actually an airport. Like, shouldn't always give away where you live and things, but it's really hard from looking at the world above, particularly my local area. There's certain places I just don't know. I'm like, what the hell? Like, my orientation of knowing what it's like is so different looking at it from a sky view. So yeah. Oh, wait a minute. So this is what I'm saying. Like, there's a roundabout there. That's the big roundabout, right? And that's the corner there. So the aerodrome. The road I'm thinking of... Yeah, so this is like my road here, but gosh, it just looks so tiny. It doesn't even look like a road, it just looks like a hedge line. Yes, no shit. Yeah, there we go. That's me right there. I'm down here. But we're going to go and fly around this area. Some of the buildings don't look correct, that they're in the correct place, so it's quite interesting that. And we're just going to go to another local area. So the distance, I don't know what it says there. I'm not an aviation expert or anything. This is just, I'm winging this all the entire way. Why not? It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, just going to another local area over this way, and it's quite strange actually how once I get towards this way, I just don't know anything at all, and actually how much farmland there is in this area. I suspect the UK is a lot like this, but anyway, enough waffling. Let's go and fly. I did some of the basic tutorials. It's pretty easy. I haven't done many of the others. I might do. I don't really know. I probably should, but I'm just in like the basic plane. It's probably best for taking in the view and flying low and slow. I couldn't get it to do much. I just kind of just let it do its thing, but I thought this was really good. I was actually quite blown away. I should have filmed my trip earlier because it was perfect, to be honest, how I flew earlier, and I even landed it. So if I can even land it, I'll be very impressed. But there was a little bit of lag, like looking around the map sometimes, but nothing I would say it's noticeable. It just feels a bit input lag, so I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's like my game is running the plane and maybe like a local area around it, and then the rest is being streamed. I'm not too sure. Alright, we're back at it again. I gotta remember what we're doing. There's a parking brake. I think that's literally it. Prime engine, parking brake. Wait. It's a little bit laggy. Stop it. Shall I just use my mouse? And I'm used to having like the Nintendo flipped A and B, and I can't do it on this, so I'm always pressing B as A. Play full throttle, yep, that's literally it. And I think we can do that with a controller, so I want to go... Oh, I suppose I'll take off in this, why not? Yeah, literally, that's literally it. I think this is really quite good. I've been quite blown away by this. I am... regardless of it taking like a day or two to download, and then I've ended up having to I just wanted to invert the look around, and that was kind of a bit of a faff because some of it was already inverted and some of it wasn't inverted, and yeah, a bit of a pain. So if I do that, and then but I thought that's really cool. My idea was I wanted to take off from my local airport, which, as I said, this is literally just up the road from me, and we can, which is awesome. I have no idea what this bit was down here, though. I still don't know what this is. Oh shit, this is Overston. Now it makes more sense. I'm gonna try and be this sort of high. I think it was a little bit higher than this before, actually. I'm gonna look down a little bit more. But yeah, I thought this is kind of a bit of a trip for me, really, because I don't know. When can you ever fly unless you got a lot of money? Yeah, it was this bit I didn't know. I don't know what this is. It really threw me off. Is this real traffic control? I feel like we've got real traffic control going. It is meant to be all like live. I didn't get any traffic control before. No idea. No idea. The thing that got me was that literally, I guess it's not a big distance for me anyway, but just flying, like in the area that I know, you can be from like one area that would take you half an hour. We can literally fly in like 5 minutes and we're there. It's actually, I just thought that's kind of crazy that if that's actually how it is. Is that Delapre Golf Course? Maybe? I'm not too sure. Maybe I would know. No, that's Overston Golf Course. Sorry, that is where we were before. That's quite a nice place. Dr. Disrespect has been talking about golf quite a bit, and I just sat there and thought I could get back into it again. I used to be very casually into my golf years ago, growing up as like a teenager with my brother, but no, not swung a golf club in a long time. So this is Northampton where we are, Billing. Billing. So we've got Billing Aquadrome over here. I think I've got some videos on my channel of me driving around this sort of way. This would be the main 845. So Billing. It's kind of all this really. Riverside Business Park. And the main sort of shopping areas in my town. This isn't my local town. My local town is like back over that way, which we'll end up going to. But we'll fly over Northampton here for giggles. See, I'm actually shocked at how accurate it is. I really am. Yeah, it's a very scenic spot down there in Billing. It's very nice. Western Fable. Went to school there when I was a kid. It's a nice area. Where are we going? This is like the business park area. We can Brat Mills, yeah, which is used to be a good sort of boy racer racing area, a lot of these industrial estates, but for a long time now, for a few years, they've just had lots of speed bumps, evil speed bumps that if you hit them over like 5-10 mile an hour, they're going to destroy your car. Even if it's a normal car, they'll still destroy it. So we're coming onto the arse end of Northampton over this way. We'll do a loop, we'll fly around over this way. I didn't do this before, I don't know where I went. I think I instantly banked and went to Wellingborough, I think, when I played before. But, whatever. No good to do what we're doing. I've got this on Game Pass, so I'm not always going to have this, but I'm looking at it. It's on Steam, and it's currently on sale, but gosh, it's still quite expensive, like £50 for the main base game. So Game Pass probably is one of the better ways to probably play it, and I kind of would have thought, I haven't really looked at the full price, but if this is kind of your thing, then you're probably better just to get Game Pass for what it's worth. Yeah, here's Delapre Golf Course. That's another one. That's a nice one as well. Alright, I think we'll do a bank. What is that something? I don't really know. I have no idea. Collingtree, see, we start getting in Milton Mason, Evis Grange Park. We start getting into a point where basically my knowledge is very slim. Gayton, well, that says it all. Let's do a bank. That traffic control is pretty cool though. I did turn down the throttle before. Shall we do a bit of that? Let's do that. There we go. Now my fuel's gonna do. We should be good. It was kind of saying my fuel was that way before, about half in the green. I don't really know what that means. I assume it says 50%. So maybe I didn't have full fuel before. I just kind of looked at that about after a few minutes before, and I was like, oh, maybe we should land. But I don't know how long these can go on for. It shows the Airbus can fly for 16 hours, which is what I flew into like Thailand, which is kind of crazy. That I thought 12 hours was long enough, but the fact that it could still like be in the air for another 4 hours, that's kind of crazy. Industrial estate, there is mainly a lot of industrial area in this way. Is this? No, this is a football ground. I have no idea. Some dodgy football ground. Where's the rugby stadium? Is that the rugby stadium? Yeah, that's the Saints rugby ground down there, which is a local rugby team, which I've not been to in, again, many years. This is a popular sort of, getting a bit like Riverside Park before. It's got like a cinema and McDonald's, lots of restaurants. It's a popular sort of boy racer meet-up area outside of Milton Keynes, which Milton Keynes is all that way. I probably should go and fly over Milton Keynes, really, but it's probably the most Americanized city in the UK. The glory of Northamptonshire that just looks like a giant jigsaw puzzle. There's still a surprising amount of land. Wait, is this a dirt bike track? I know there's meant to be a dirt bike track over here. Is this Daventry? Wait. Tell me where we are. I need to point at one of these things. Large Farm Industrial Estate. Daventry might be a bit further over. What's this track? This is definitely... I know there's meant to be tracks, like dirt bike tracks around here, but I've never been to anything because I can't transport anything. No. It looks like it, at least, doesn't it? I don't actually know. Wait, I don't know what the fuck that is. That might just be some... Maybe they were building something there for... That looks more like a building site. Field/building site. I have no idea. It looks like a dirt track from a distance. Travelhampton, Stratton, Pittsford, that's where I went to school. So this area back here, the backside of Northampton, you can see is quite open. This is where a lot of my videos, in like the country roads, there's some really nice roads around here in between these villages. It's almost basically little roads between village to village. A lot of them are still national limit, which is like 60 mile an hour, but the bumps and everything and the fact they've had so many heavy cars over the years has definitely meant not all the roads are as nice as they should be, really. But great fun in the MX-5, that sort of car. The Sylvia would be too powerful for those roads, way too powerful, you couldn't enjoy it. But for small, low-powered sports cars, yeah, this sort of Stratton area, all this backside around sort of Brixworth. I'd go through Brixworth, and then all this sort of backside of Stratton is yeah, really nice. Sort of, I spent many an evening with my MX-5 just driving around there, enjoying some of the roads and learning some of the corners and things around that way. Getting lost. You got Pittsford Water. I think I used to sail around here. Very, very, very young when I was at school. Because the school wasn't too far. I don't know what my bearings are. Again, this is, I've actually had quite a few videos of me driving through this, particularly in like sunsets. This is always on my way, as I said, to like sort of Stratton, that sort of way, because I kind of had to come this way to go through to get to some of the nicer roads, or just different roads, really. This is real nice, though, to see it like this. I can't say, yeah, that was like part of like this dam. And you can park over there, which is a nice walk. People cycle around this. This is a very popular spot. I don't think it used to be that popular, but it's gotten very popular. I've not been around it in a long time. I really should. If anything, that would actually make a good video, even like cycling around it or something. But I'd probably end up running into some old people or something, and it would just cause a right stir. So come around a blind corner and just run someone over. Right, sorry. Walgrave. It's like the village behind mine. Shall we do a bank? Shall we go and fly over my house? Let's go and do that. No. I just thought this was the right trip. The fact that it looks so good as well. I've got the streaming set up at like 5 megabytes a second. I thought I might have to have it higher than that, but it hasn't affected my stream or anything, and it seems smooth. There's a bit of delay with me moving the camera around. There's definitely a bit of a delay, but yeah, I kind of sort of took it all in. There's a terrific amount of like farmland clearly in my area. Like literally, it's just fields, and loads of fields, and a lot of these areas won't be owned by like one person. They'll all be owned by like multiple different farms surrounding the area. Maybe some are bigger than others, but for the most part, they're all owned by different farmers. So like Walgrave, there's probably like 3 or 4 farmers around here that own all this sort of land that's separate. Kind of crazy, to be honest. I didn't realise there was this much farmland in our area. I'm kind of blown away by it. Let me go over that. Molesley, it's fairly new. Old, don't really know that well. Browson, that's kind of where my brother lives now. I just won't show you that over there. We got Allingbury, Hardwick, there we go. Sywell, so that's where we took off from. Where's Bedford actually? We said we're going to land there. No, it should be straight ahead. Yeah. That's it. It should be this way. So go that way. That's what I'm saying. For me to like drive to Bedford from my house, it'd probably take like half an hour, and I think we can literally just fly there and like, I mean, we just got a loop. It's been 15 minutes. I'm assuming it simulates. I'm assuming, you know, that's pretty realistic to us what it would take. I just thought that's kind of funny, but it makes sense, I suppose. It makes sense. It's just, yeah, the actual having it in realisation. Pytchley, Isham, Allingbury, Little Harrowden, yeah, it's the village next to mine. Where's, like, come on, move. Like there, it didn't swivel. Where is it? Where is it? I can't. Hardwick. Yeah, there we go. Vancouver. Oh, I know this road. I think this is a back road that's really bumpy. And I used to ride my bike around this field right down here. I've got some videos on this field. Really nice field, actually. We don't own it. It's someone else's. But it was like not being used for like a year or two, and I just took advantage of being able to ride around it. These are ours, I believe. This is, or at least my family's farm fields, at least. I believe that's our farm down there, which is in the little speck. And then this is the village, and then a lot of these backfields are owned by someone else. And then these are more the family's fields. We're flying over my house. That's where I am right now, right down there on the left. And wave to myself. And it's weird, actually. I don't know if this is live, because the fields currently look like this as well. That's pretty spot on. I wasn't sure if that was that accurate, but that is kind of spot on what we're looking like right now. But that might be a coincidence. I don't know. Little Harrowden, Great Harrowden, Wellingborough. Let's fly over Wellingborough. I've got to fly over Wellingborough. Wellingborough's my local town. Known as Well Rough by the locals. For many years the sign was continuously vandalised coming into Wellingborough, as people would just take it and put Well Rough. You just take out the bow on the ing. It's just well rough. Yeah, it sounds about right. Some pretty big things on the industrial estate down there. Some good racing teams, but a lot of that's the other side of Northampton. I think, no shit, they currently are building that there, so that's not quite up to date, but that's still pretty up to date. They're building loads more houses, like this estate down here, up there. And the same thing with that far left side of town. I think you can see it over there. They're building a load more houses, extending, because a lot of this is kind of old. I think a lot of these are all kind of old houses. I might have some videos of me going through the high street of Wellingborough. There's nothing too much to shout about, I'm afraid, really, in the town. It is what it is. Ah, Santa Pod. Can I land at Santa Pod? It's not an airstrip anymore. Right, Santa Pod. Think, where are we? We should be going in the right direction. Little Chester. Chester. I'm not too sure where Santa Pod is. Kingston, Rushden. I think that's kind of the wrong way. Right, hang on. Wait. We need to bank a little bit. I was trying to think. I've kind of lost my bearings here a little bit. It's on the way to Rushden. Right, Donington. Oh, that's a trip. I can't really think. Yeah. Wait. Is that... Yes, yes, yeah, right. Float. Banking left. We could go straight on, I think, but we'll bank over this way. Right, I think Santa Pod's literally on, I guess, on the way to Bedford, I suppose. No. I wouldn't even want to imagine trying to play this game with a mouse and keyboard, but a controller here, as I showed at the beginning, it's, yeah, very good. Feels very nice. It's very sensitive on the joystick, but it feels good. They've done a real good job of this. I mean, I imagine a lot of the other stuff's quite complicated, but I've literally just pushed the throttle and taken the brake off, and we can fly, and I'm quite happy with that. I remember trying to fly in like the old like Grand Theft Auto games, and it was a right impossible task. Farm dish. See, I don't really know this way. All I know is Santa Pod's meant to be Poddington. There is another racetrack as well, as like Bedford Autodrome or something it's called. Is over there. Tower Farm Airstrip. And it looks like we can land there as well, actually. I never knew that. That's interesting. So whether that guy is like a private... I don't know. That's a bit weird. They've got their own airstrip. I think that's how like the original UK Top Gear. I think that was what that was meant to be. It's an old abandoned airstrip, and that's what they turned their track around. I'm not sure. Oh, windmills. There it is. It's straight ahead. Hey, there she blows. I was meant to get to the main event, but I kind of forgot about it. That was last month, I think. Main event at Santa Pod Dragway. It's really worth going to if you've never been and you're in the UK. I recommend it. Look, there's like an air tower over there, or some form of tower over there. No, no, what's happened? We were so close. I was literally gonna fly over there and land it. Well, I've got to play again because I'm doing a video on it. So I guess we're taking off again. Hang on, we'll stop recording. Windmills. Ah, there's Santa Pod. I'm assuming. It must be. Should we do a little fly around? Let's do a fly around. No. Considering it just crashed when we came over here last. It doesn't say Santa Pod though. I suppose it doesn't show you businesses, it just shows you towns or whatever. Oh, the drag strip's looking a bit wobbly. That's pretty cool though. Like this Santa Pod here is like in the middle of nowhere. I think it's a World War II airstrip. I think that was kind of its initial thing, maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm assuming the game's not going to let me land there, even though we blatantly could. Ta-da! The windmills are fairly new. I think even when I did my... Actually, no, maybe they were there. And then there's just more solar panels right there as well. That's where they do like the drift pen. This is not as detailed as I'd like there, but it's still pretty detailed. I was kind of thinking maybe you'd be able to see like the drift track or the track itself stands out, but like I don't know. I said we're gonna wing it. We're literally gonna wing it. Hopefully I do good. I felt I landed it pretty good before. Because I'm streaming or recording, you know, it's just gonna go terrible. And I was like, damn, I was expecting to come down crashing and burning, but we did quite a good job. Right. I don't think I should be going this quick. I mean, really, I don't know what I slowed it down to. I can drop that shit. Drop that shit. We don't want any riffs. Literally. I played enough like Pilot Wings that I have a varied idea. I mean, that game was brutal. No, I want to be slower. I want to be slower. Slower, 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 slower. No, we're going too quick. We're going too quick. Oh, my shit, we're going way too quick. Well, we've parked. I don't know where we're going. We're going somewhere. Oh, shit. I'd consider this as a failed land. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was going way too quick. We have the whole runway, and I don't know. It just turbulence there. That's what did that. So, cool. We've got the scenic. We've got the scenic, the scenic landing. Oh, that's funny. I didn't really know how to end the flight. It says end flight. I had no idea. So, well,